this.
We ready? Okay, it's minute after 7. We'll call this ARB meeting October 19th to order. Roll call, please.
Day.
Here.
Leak.
Here.
Larson.
Here.
Edwards.
Here.
Cavazos.
Here.
Okay, next agenda item, citizens' time. Any citizen that wants to make comment on anything outside of their COA, that's going to be addressed tonight. Doesn't look like we have anybody. So we'll move on to item 3, minute approval.
Chair, I make a motion to approve the regular meeting minutes from our September 21st, 2016 ARB meeting.
Second.
Okay, I got a motion and second. Any discussions? Anybody see any corrections that need to be made? Okay, we'll put it to vote. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Looks like we got a full house. So minutes are approved. Okay, we'll move on to certificate of appropriateness. Looking at 14961 Washington Street.
I make a motion to approve certificate of appropriateness, COA 2016-201, hanging sign for housefacts.com LLC at 14961 Washington Street.
Okay, you got a motion. Any seconds?
Second.
Okay, you got a motion and a second. Anybody have any major questions to add?
The bracket's already there, right? It's just the signs going up. That's yeah.
Yep, no discussions? Okay, we'll put it up for a vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Looks like you got approval. Yeah.
How easy was that?
Success. Success.
You too, thank you.
Yeah, you too. Okay, we'll move on to 6740 Fayette Street.
Mr. Chairman, I apologize. First of all, I was to introduce you to Susanna Smith, the new planner. This evening, she is called out to the wedding for one of her children this weekend. So Franny and I were, it's not any fault of hers. She tried several times to get a hold of me. We met on site yesterday. So I have some updates to give you on this particular application. So in your packet, we have several layouts and designs. Franny's here with us this evening. So would you mind passing on to
No, I made copies for everyone.
Awesome.
I had
All right.
on your recommendation last time, I had someone sketch up a plan.
So last month,
We can share. No, we can share.
the application was to put the two structures kind of hide in the corner, the north corner behind the main building. What we met on site yesterday is, if you can see on this one particular diagram, there's a driveway. If you're familiar with the site, the driveway that's there. So the idea would be to place this structure with the doors facing Fayette Street at the end of the driveway. So essentially, right here.
What page is that map on? Did I miss it?
This diagram should be in there. So it would be this was the previous location. The idea would be to put it right at the end of the driveway.
Okay.
So, and then the doors would be faced. This is actually a two-car garage design, but they're using it for separate. So it would be at that location. So the structure at that location there. So, I had meant to come in earlier to bend these.
Oh, there it is. Is that it? What page is it on?
And then the second, right, I said that correctly.
Or 2A.
And then the second, last month they talked about two separate sheds. So the second one, they still would like to do a 10-foot by 10-foot shed, but it would be behind this. You wouldn't be able to see it from the street. So the main building right here, and there would be another one directly behind it for separate storage, but it would be hidden away.
You said it's 10 by 10,
Correct.
and the height on it?
The height on the 10 by 10, it
Or
would
is
have
that
to
in
be,
the packet?
no, I don't believe it's in there. You remember the height of that one? These are 6-foot doors,
6 foot high side walls, 8 foot high peak.
which is below the 15-foot. And she'd also mentioned too that this design was actually custom amended because the peak was 15 feet, about
Right.
15 feet. So it was redesigned to bring it below the standard for accessory
Okay.
buildings.
Beautiful.
So I know there's kind of a lot of moving parts for this application, but again, it was, you're trying to get a whole, right, so I can make those amendments to the application if you're generally in favor of it.
No, I like this better.
It's an oversized two-car garage, but without the,
Garage doors.
Garage doors.
I'd like the location better as opposed to being right up on the house.
And it is a true color, right? The yellow,
Yes,
which would be a
yes.
similar color.
It's
to
similar to the
It's
house,
the same,
right?
yes.
Yeah. So how would we go about,
I don't have a, here we go.
I think at some point they plan to paint the house, right?
it's the same color, yeah. Reverend Sean has the color, and I submitted a little sample, but he has the color for what the house should be, and it'll be painted the exact same.
So they're coming back in. So last summer they replaced all the windows. They came
Right.
in for a application to replace the windows and the doors. So I think the next step is for them to paint the exterior. You'll see it's kind of faded right now. And the idea would be that the sheds would match the makeup.
right?
Why didn't you want it in the back corner of the yard? Or is that what you said last time it was supposed to be?
Last time their proposal was to put it, kind of tuck it behind the house. So it couldn't be seen. I think the general consensus was last time that it was probably more appropriately located elsewhere, either farther back in the property or off to the. It was just all kind of an awkward too, having it so close to the house. It'd be hard to maneuver around the structure back there. So her intent was to hide it, which I
Yeah.
thought was a worthwhile effort. But I think the more we discussed it, the size, the location,
Right.
it made more sense to move it away from the building. So. And when you think about the structures of this age, if they were to have a garage, it would be detached
And,
away from the house.
right.
I think, so there's some philosophies about these structures matching the architecture. So I think we want to be able to look at that and say that's an afterthought, that garage. So having it farther away, the different style of architecture is not as
Prevalent.
prevalent or striking.
So how would you need to amend this?
If you wanted to give me less than 5 minutes, I could mark it up
Yep,
and give it back to you.
yep.
Okay.
Is that good?
Chairman, is that okay?
Yes.
5 minutes?
Sorry.
Yeah, well,
Just grab my marker.
while you're doing that, are there any discussions? It does look like they're going to use the same style shutters as the house, so there will be a little bit of blending in.
So this is initially what they came with, was like this. But they're gonna use it more like to have classes for the moms and stuff in it, so they're not gonna use it as a garage. And then the other one will be used just to store extra supplies and stuff in it.
And where is that one going? It's going
Behind
behind the
this.
house. Oh, behind the building.
Behind this, so you won't see it. I think Marshall will mark up the map.
Yeah.
So many papers in here. They're gonna move it over here at the end of this driveway, and then this one will just sit behind here. Where are you? Right there?
Yep, and the doors even have the same type of architectural elements. It's, I'm assuming
The
that
panel
these,
door,
yeah, we got the top lights.
the 9 lights.
Yeah. So there is at least a little bit of blending in that's going to be happening there.
You have any questions?
I don't know, I don't know, I'm a little disappointed only because, like, from this window, which is like our dining room, we always watch the sunset right here.
Through here.
Yes. So that'll be sad for me. Speaking the truth.
It is the truth. I mean, the truth is the
Yeah.
truth, right?
So I almost have preferred that it would be hidden, which is why, like, I understand why she did that.
They wanted to put 2 right here.
Yeah, this was going to be turned, and it was going to be flush with the house. And if you would take a side view, it would look like this house just down the whole property line. It's like
What is the thought of everyone though with putting it into the back? I mean, it doesn't have to be up by the driveway. Is there any cons to it being in the back?
I think access probably for them. They want people to be able to.
I understand the access. I have a little hesitation for the mere fact that it's going to look like the garage. Which way are they facing it? Which way is that door going to be
this is
facing?
going to face Fayette.
So it's going to face like where the driveway ends.
Yeah, because then at that point, I mean, if it had the actual garage doors on it and actually looked like a garage, I don't know.
I'm just thinking that if they wanted to put a garage there, they could put a garage there. You know what I mean? Like,
But no, I would like it if it looked more like a garage, though, if you actually had the garage doors. Because then it looks like that. But if you have the door facing the driveway,
So I amended it to show the orientation, the horizontal, the longer edge facing Fayette, and then the shorter, the 10 by 10 directly behind it.
and was there a reason why we didn't put it further back in the property?
Remember we had the last time? I think that the suggestion was to have it look more like a garage, so I just took that suggestion and I had the garage design.
At the end of the driveway too, so you can get in and out. So, it's just farther back in the property, just farther to get to. Do you have a preference either way of how far set back it was?
Reverend John's very flexible. We looked at several locations right up front or even a little bit further back to the house by the steps behind there's a tree there, and he's fine with that. So,
Can I just be honest, Franny? I think like your initial plan would be like my personal preference, only because like what I was saying was that from our house, like we can see like the sunset through your trees and like, you know, and I can understand why you wanted it like kind of tucked behind, because then from the road it's not like as noticeable, you know. So that would have been my preference.
any thoughts on that, Marcia? No, I mean, as to like visual and,
It's going to have actual doors. It's not going to have garage doors.
Right.
It's schematic that you're showing right there.
yeah.
In terms of, the standards that you look at, in terms of, sensitivity of the architecture of the building, the history of the property, compatibility of the architecture, those are all really the elements that are part of your, evaluation criteria. I think the trees, to your effect, the trees are probably higher than this building in the back. So, and behind this is the ice rink, I think, the new ice rink that's going in.
You can't really see any of that though.
So with the trees up, and then once the trees get the leaves back on, hopefully the sun will set, but I don't know that. If it's a question of moving the location somewhere else. But in terms of the visual impact, in terms of being able to see the sunset, I know that would be the preference as the adjacent property owner, but in terms of the criteria, if it makes sense to move it oriented somewhere else on the property, either to move it farther away from the building or something like that, I would recommend that that's what the ARB makes its recommendation on. So.
You want this back?
So looking at the property and looking at the location closer to the building or where it is at the end of the garage, I mean, visually, what was your
You
thought?
also have so remember what's intended for is to have easy access in and out. So obviously with the trail area, you have to put some sort of semi-hard surface to get it out when it's money. The deep lot. I think the idea from last time was to move it so it wasn't so close to the house. Putting it that close to the house, if you're going to see it from different angles, it's just going to be awkward. It's going to be hard to get around. There's not much utility. The other option you have is you can just, rather than trying to create the effect of what a detached garage would look like on this property, maybe you move it back and you orient it this way. In other words, let me approach you again. Hey. So maybe you move it, take this orientation and move it this way.
I just, yeah.
Oh, I see. So like that.
Just not so up close on the house, but
Yeah, but you
still
put it
behind
it,
the house.
You put it behind it and put the long side this way. See what I'm saying?
No,
And just move it around that way. So that way it's detached from the house. It's not. The other thing too is having it this close. You block all the windows. There's windows on that side of the house. It just, I think it detracts
from the structure that's already there.
So, okay, I see your house across the street's right there. So that may be the other option too, if you wanted to move it behind, and generally in this area.
What do you think about that, Franny?
I mean, I'm fine with it.
She just wants her
Yeah.
space.
And I wanted to, match what the suggestions are. And
Right.
Again, Reverend Sean's very flexible. He's very open, as am I. So,
That would still
whatever
open up
Sean
the
recommends.
the view shed there. That would provide some privacy for security in the back. So, that's really
Is the bigger building is what you're going to use for the classes and stuff like that?
This
Yeah.
one is. The
Yeah,
big
yeah,
one
yeah,
is,
yeah.
So I could redraw this again.
What do you all think about that? About having it like behind the home?
I think
so
I
when
would
you're
like
driving
it
by?
deeper behind.
I think that would be good.
Do you have a particular preference on the orientation? Seeing the building kind of this way, or
Can you
do
draw me like 5 different ones? I'm just kidding.
Maybe like with the doors, like how you said, Marchant, like where it's like turned so that when you're walking up the driveway and you're walking to the building, like the doors are facing towards that way, I think.
that
We're
was a
going to have to
suggestion?
extend the driveway. I'm asking because I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to answer that to Reverend Sean. If we move it further back, will the driveway be extended?
That would not be our requirement. I don't think it would be your.
I don't.
preference on how you
You're
go.
not using it to park a car in it,
It would
right?
just,
So
you would just like walk,
Okay.
like have a path or something.
I'm okay. I mean, my real concern was that it was so close to the house and blocked the
Before,
windows. And then again, the height of the shed before. Those were my two big.
What if you do it like that? You do it on ends, or you do the longer one here, and then just do the shorter one right beside it. End on end
Yeah.
versus behind it.
Is the entrance, right? I mean, there's an entrance to this. I mean, you're talking right here, right? So you're talking putting it right there, right?
Yeah, and then put the other one in line right behind
And
it.
there's an entrance here, right?
Yeah.
So entrance there, entrance there, and then just,
I could just walk out of the house
sounds
to.
good to me.
Okay.
If you're okay with that, it's your property.
So
Too.
this is the back door, and they could just walk out the back door.
It would be
Yeah.
like over here.
Yeah.
This is something like
Back
that.
like
Would it
this.
walk out? Does it walk right into it?
There's some large trees right by the back door. That's if you're thinking of angling directly behind the back door.
Oh, no. Just out that way.
No, just
Just for access.
Giving you good access, yeah,
For the
Or would it be
residents.
right
access
here?
I
way.
think the other thing too is like when you're driving by, there's the white church building, and then it would have been like another little building, and then the house. But this way, it's like open house, you know, and then it's just like like a little extension or something.
Yeah, I think it does better playing the deepness of the lot,
As opposed to the width.
yeah.
Sounds good to me.
And that would be better access for the people living there, that they could just go out the back door and it'd be right there. I mean, as long as it's okay with her, this is what she,
Yeah, it's your property.
It's gonna
I was
function.
okay with it being in the back initially. We sort of moved it up front just to
Yeah.
make it aesthetically pleasing. But again, I don't have a problem going back, putting it further back.
Okay. So if you wanted to make a motion as amended, I can dress this up and make it look better. We'll go from there.
Thank you so much, Brandy.
Any,
It sounded like you were discussing earlier, the paint to match, shutters to match as much as they can,
and shingles.
and the shingles.
Yeah.
yep, roof shingles, yeah.
Okay. I make
Match
a,
in color or texture or
what are you talking about? The shingles?
shingles on that. I don't know the exact, well, right now it's a
It's
stainless
just a
steel roof.
standard square, or the standard tarp.
Is it on the tire on that
Well,
house?
There's
this,
shingles.
this is what yeah,
Where's the picture?
this is a picture I was looking at for it. Let me see if I can pull it up here. You can kind of see it.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Is it really?
Yeah, for some reason I thought it was stainless steel. No worries.
Maybe the porch might be standing seam.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay, I make a motion to approve zoning permit ZP 2016-207 as amended for 2 sheds. Are there 2 separate applications? Okay. At 6740 Fayette Street with the siding, roof, and shutter colors to match the existing house. I get it?
Placement, do we need to
He's
discuss
gonna,
placement?
that's as amended, he's gonna,
Okay.
Just say as amended at the meeting, you know. As the location as amended at the meeting.
yeah, what he said, Denise.
Sound like on that.
Okay, got a motion and second. Last chance for discussion. Okay, put it up for a vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Looks like it's a full vote.
Everybody's happy.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
We wish you success.
Thank you. Just leave that on the paper?
Unless you need it, do you need any of it back?
I'll get the final, the original from the chairman. We'll sign it off and we'll be on your way.
You
Thank you,
too.
Franny.
Yeah, I'll wait for your amended before I sign off the
Okay,
COA.
I can do that.
Okay.
Yep, you're good. Thank you very much. Have a great night.
Okay, next agenda item, town council update.
I don't even know where to start. Connor. We are currently doing interviews for town manager. And when I say currently, I mean currently. The next interview comes at 7:45, so
So we're rushing.
we're hoping to get a town manager and then have the town manager as a part of the interview process. We did not reappoint the town clerk or the town treasurer. They worked at the pleasure of the council and were not reappointed this year. And we have advertised for a position, but it's a combination position now. It will be one position for a clerk/treasurer. So at the current time, Denise is the acting clerk because she didn't have enough to do. And Donna Beam is the acting treasurer. And of course, you all have probably met Jerry. He's the acting town manager. So we're hoping to get all this sorted out. And that's kind of monopolized our time a little bit. So there haven't been too many updates with redoing the facade here. We do have a work session on the 24th
Yes, 5:30.
at 5:30. If anyone's interested in having any input in that, we're going to try and bring all the ideas together and get a game plan for the park and the town center property and really solidify some things and move forward with that. So this is about all that. What else? Did I miss anything? Did I miss anything? Yep.
Only question I have, I'm assuming that we've completed the property purchasing for the Connolly development
Yes,
for the
yeah.
sidewalk, and that went successfully?
Yes. So, yes.
Yes, the certificate of take has been completed. All the property owners are agreeable to the amounts that were escrowed. So we technically own it. Just a matter of getting the plans approved. So moving forward. So,
And prioritizing, like, what part of the redevelopment does that go in? Do we do it first? It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, like, stormwater and stuff that has to be done to this property, right? I'm correct on
So
that.
the Connolly money brings it from the edge of the bridge basically to the property line right out here. And then it'll reduce to a 8-foot sidewalk along our frontage. But there's some questions about disturbance and how water runs off the road over there. So there's some engineering that needs to be done.
So that's all part of the work session on the 24th to get a timeline for how all these things are going to play out. Any questions? Anybody looking for a job? Are you?
I applied.
No, you did not.
Well, I sent my resume last night
I didn't know that either.
to Jerry
Jerry.
Shiro. I did. So there's that.
Really?
You asked?
The angels are singing. I'm just kidding.
If there's any openings on the ARB, I may apply. So.
Well, there's an empty seat sitting over there. There are actually. Marshawn, is this your last meeting?
Technically, yes.
You're not going to be the planner anymore?
No, Susanna Smith, she is with the Berkeley Group, and they're providing what they call auxiliary town hall services, where she'll be here 2 days a week. So where I was not able to staff or be someone here in the office during the week, she'll serve that function. And then she'll be actually the clerk and the staff member to the ARB.
She's very nice.
And also will staff the PC meetings, and will staff the land use items for the council.
She's not Marshawn, but, you know,
No, she's very knowledgeable.
She's
of-
very
Got a
right.
historic background. She's small but carries a big stick, I believe. So,
That's a good way to put it.
small in stature, but has a big personality. We've already had a couple of discussions. She's had some people come in town and ask about properties in town that she's been able to give some good feedback on.
About the blight ordinance and all that kind of stuff. She's really on top of that, so.
So yes, she will. I will probably be with her next month, but she couldn't make it this evening. So, but I'll still be a resource. I'll be around. There's a lot of institutional knowledge that'll be available for us. So,
So you might be sitting up here as opposed to down there.
yeah, you may regret that.
I don't think so.
John Parham, Part 2. I'm sorry, we're on record on this. I'm sorry.
Now, you discussed this with your employer, so the ARB wouldn't be conflict of interest either?
No.
Okay.
I could not do this job. When I got promoted at Loudon, I was told I could not continue this job indefinitely. So
Oh, it was with Loudon? I thought it was Leesburg.
I work in Leesburg at the Loudon, the county government offices.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, see, I thought you were town.
No, he's big time.
He's big time.
He's big time.
He's not just local, he's local.
literally towny.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Any more questions for town council? Okay, we'll move to planning commission update.
We do not have an update. Our October 5th meeting had been canceled.
Okay.
I have two, well, do we have a town planner update? I got two questions for you, but I don't
sure, go ahead.
Where do we stand with Lee Berry?
Which part?
The fence.
Oh, I passed that over to Susanna. I showed her. I gave her the grand tour. I told her the issue. And so she'll be reaching out. She's going to introduce herself to Karen. Karen?
Yes.
She probably knows where you live, so, you know,
And-
So,
Yes, Karen is the one that.
so yes, I pointed out to her, she had some ideas.
how to mitigate the whole thing, and,
And
okay.
How to
and
deal
the
with that.
blight, so I guess she's going to be taking care of all of it then, huh?
Yeah, so I pointed that out to her. She's aware of it. She has some ideas on how to address it. So, someone posing back there.
What about McDonald's, Columbia Gas, and that sidewalk?
The last time we talked about it was supposed to be an insurance claim that I thought Sherry might have been handling. That's all the sidewalk is tore up, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So Holly may have to follow up on that one. I think the idea was that there was some insurance issue or some claim that we were supposed to make for them to come back and fix it. So.
Okay.
But, Mike Gorman, he's a developer of the Blight Lane, Blight Drive. So those two houses have not sold yet, but he is planning to install the vegetative buffer along the perimeter of the Hanover property. So he also needs to install streetlights fairly soon. They went and resurfaced Blight
Yeah,
Drive,
it's-
so it looks pretty good.
It looks
Yeah.
really
They
nice.
seem to be
Nice.
up. So look for those trees to go in the next month or so. So that'll be good. If you had a chance to go by the ice rink yet, we have the second rink up. So, and then Lidl presented last month, or the Fairgrounds property came and spoke at the town council meeting. I get the sense that they're moving away from the residential component, and they're going to focus more on the Lidl.
Supermarket, yeah.
Supermarket.
But they did agree to verbally at the meeting that they would finish the streetscape as part of that single user. So we will have that facade, the sidewalks, curb and gutter, street furniture.
Just FYI, it's a very modern plan, so it's probably going to be a lot of work.
So that'll be good. So.
But they were up to working with us.
So.
And Susanna's been working aggressively on the property across the street. Interestingly enough, coincidentally enough, two folks that were previously interested in the property have come back to the table. Whether or not that's been a result of our notices about the blight ordinance or not, I don't know. But we've also had another inquiry from the owner of the firehouse, Sergio Zizios. He's indicated in wanting to come back to you again for a request to demolish both buildings. So we're working with him to get his application together and put in.
But no plan as to what's going to go there.
So he's going to, obviously this is just a verbal conversation you had with him, but he's looking to come get a demo permit. Is he going to, do you know, to your knowledge with him, if he's going to be bringing a plan along with that of what he wants to do?
That will be one of our requests, but that was suggested to him. We
Excellent.
went through this. We went through this application. I'll probably say more, I should say. But anyway, he had previously inquired about providing an application. We gave him the requirements. He chose not to submit those materials. He's come back again. We'll send forward the same correspondence.
Perfect.
We'll see what application we get. So
You know where we're talking about, the old firehouse.
Yes.
Mr. This gentleman lives on the corner of
Mr. Watts?
Mr. Watts. His house went up for sale. Now it says commercial. It's zoned residential, but we do allow minimal office, childcare, and some other I think community service, church uses. So that's why it says commercial. So there is limited commercial under the R1.
The planned land use map has it shown as commercial as well, correct?
Transitional commercial, yes. So if they wanted to zone to a strictly commercial district, which is our B1, B2, then they would be plan support for that. But Susanna did walk through the house. I guess one of the initial assessments of it by an engineer was to tear it down.
Okay.
Susanna went back through and provided some comments and some things to look into. Joe Barbo, our building inspector, has a long history of repurposing buildings in
He's
Salem,
really good.
Massachusetts. So both of them two together were able to provide some feedback on that. So yeah. Any questions about goings on? We've seen a plethora of signs go up.
Just want to personally thank you for your service to the town. I think it's something that goes unnoticed a lot with all the background that you do and dedication, time, and effort. So personally, and I think I can speak for the ARB as well as the PC, we really appreciate the time and effort you put into the town and how much ownership you take within the town. And hopefully we look forward to seeing you up here, either ARB or somewhere else.
You make our jobs easy, or
Exactly.
easier.
Exactly.
Thank you. I'd hope to do more, but your volunteerism, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Is just as appreciated too. It's hard to do everything in your day. Let's do this work.
You're going to find that out, aren't you?
That's right.
And you stepping up too. That's nice to. Not that you guys are not helpful, but the usual suspects. It's nice to have some new.
Thank
Some
you.
new
Thank you
blood.
so much. Thank you.
Well, thank you for that.
That's it.
Okay. Any questions for Connor before we move on? Okay, we'll move on to new business. I don't have any new business. Does anybody want to raise anything? Actually, I think Bond would like to raise the book and at least make sure that it's noted that it's going to you to work within the
For the design for the playground.
playgrounds
Yes.
on the park. And we'd like to thank you for that.
Yes, that was great.
Great research.
There's some great ideas in here.
You're
So,
welcome.
Yeah, I like the natural theme.
right?
Climb-
It's so
climbing
nice.
equipment in there. That's nice.
I don't know if we can afford it, but it's nice.
I'm good at fundraising too.
Oh,
so I can
okay,
help you with
see,
that.
she's good at fundraising.
Chair, I don't know if this is going to new business, but it's something that I would like to see added. If we would start our meetings off with the Pledge of Allegiance, if there's no objection.
I think that's great.
Yeah,
We
I
can
don't
do
have any
that.
objection.
I know our planning commission as well as our town council meetings are done that way. So if there's no objection, I think would be a great thing to do for the ARB as well.
Yeah, we could add that.
Happy.
Okay.
All right,
Well,
that's fine. No big.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll move on to old business. Old business, the only real active thing we have on the task list is the town signs, welcome signs. I wanted to start off with, I guess, Robert, will get a refresh of the stuff that he has in here. We were all tasked to, I guess, pick between the different groups. I don't know if anybody sent anything to Denise or not.
I have it right here,
Right here.
right here.
Yeah, I sent mine so long ago, I can't even remember which
What you
ones I
picked?
I have to pull my email up.
Oh, where's the popcorn? Yeah, no.
For the movies. Everyone okay with seeing that? Do you need me to see if we can get the front lights off?
Do you want to turn that? Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You got it? Thanks.
He's a public servant, you know. Not all of them, just the ones. In case, Denise, you're all right? Oh, okay. Well, I just didn't know.
If you could take your flashlight over to Denise and just shine on the keyboard for me, sir.
So, you want to just flip them real fast, or how do you, this is how do you say, group these into single pole signs and then one on. This group here would be the single pole.
So can I ask a question? Didn't we decide that there would be two different kinds of signs? We have the smaller ones, and then we have the main gateway signs, right, Ken? But these are, what we're considering now is just the smaller entryway signs on the,
Well, you got the entryway signs on Jefferson,
Right.
right? You also have on 55,
we have Jefferson, Old Carolina, and then down here.
yeah.
But we decided we were going to wait over here.
Yeah, as a
Until the
matter of
interchange
fact,
was done.
Bond has a few good examples
Oh,
of
good.
what we're looking for on the the west end, north. So,
Dark, I can't see.
yeah,
We can look at a map too.
Okay.
But
Oh, I like that, yeah.
Gordon and Stillman Wood.
Okay. So these are the smaller signs that we're talking
Yeah.
about right now? Okay, I just want to make sure that,
Smaller sign format. So again, again, my idea, my thought for me is to maybe, like I say, piecemeal some of these signs together. You know, we like the gold lettering, or we like the shape of this. We like, you know, 1 pole, 2 pole, you know. So again, maybe we could take a few of these, pick them out and say, these are kind of our favorites. We like the,
combine the elements.
and then maybe take to a sign shop and have them do 2, 3, 1. We want to combine the elements of these, and then we can maybe pick from that.
Okay.
If that sounds like a good idea.
yeah.
So I'm just going to flip through real quick, and I'm going to try anyway. There we go. There's the oval sign. Let's see. Yeah, if you guys want me to go faster or slower, you just say something. And, again, the single pole sign. All right. Single pole. We already have them.
Mm-hmm.
Again, the gold lettering here is kind of what I was thinking of. And, kind of nice. Simple design.
Chair, I apologize. I'm going to have to excuse myself, and I believe Ms. Edwards as well. We have an interview for
Interview
our
upstairs.
town manager that I
We trust you to work on this.
Okay.
indeed.
I like these, though.
If you want, you can take them with you because I have them in my email.
Okay. Do you want to?
You want to pick this up next week? I mean, next month?
I mean, it's up to you.
I think it
just
might be best
don't
if
want
we
to come in
do-
on the other end of what's happening upstairs.
Strictly because we do got to close this up as a quorum, don't we? I mean, just a rule of information.
If you're gonna vote on something tonight, yeah.
Yeah, we probably aren't, but it might be best if we just close it out while we got a full staff. So,
Motion to adjourn.
I got a motion,
Second.
second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
So we
Sorry, Robert.
close at 7:45.
Robert, I would still like to see a